I am TheFace, and I am here today with tongue-in-cheek to set the record straight. What hangs me up today? Ghosts. Phenomena of that like, poltergeists. People got all the wrong idea about it. Ghosts have just as much a hard time seeing here as we of seeing there. Putting it another way, there's like a screen or a silk pajamas? No. There's a weave of life that goes between the two worlds. Several dimensions, if you will. And a ghost, if it's spirit that disembodied, of course, trying to see here to this world, it doesn't see perfectly. Just like us, it's only certain folks that have any idea of seeing there, or what they're seeing. So, if you're poking around in some sort of elaborate ESP game of some kind and you accidentally are able to sense something at a distance or whatever, like, that's just one thing. But you're barely, hardly ever able to see clearly. You might be able to peek, get an idea and a glimpse. Mostly in a house, there's nothing but recordings of the past. And little clips that have a beginning and an ending. And they repeat themselves in a certain area. Let's say somebody walked along a pathway all the time and they were in their lives. The energy of that human walking along there is sort of remembered by the walls, remembered by the air itself. The electricity and the currents within there might help support it, depending upon who's looking around, or who might accidentally be drunk enough one night, or on whatever their favorite drug might be, let's say, or whatever, and they happen to see something walking about. That was just that one instance where they saw it. A glimpse, and oh my God, what's that? Just a little recording that's going back and forth, over and over and over. It isn't necessarily a soul or a spirit that is stuck or caught right there in that place. Just a recording. And if a soul or a spirit does get stuck or caught somewhere, doesn't mean that it can perfectly see what's going on here in this world, or in the house. No, not at all. It's wondering where the heck it is, too. It might be sort of comfortable in a dream place, in some sort of a afterlife sort of half-sleep. And there it is. And then, all of a sudden, it's able to sort of hear murmurings or sounds and music of some type that is coming through. But not clearly. And then occasionally it could accidentally fall into a dream of some human that's awake. It used to be human itself, right? So there it goes. Maybe its bed was close to the same place. Enjoy the dream for a while with that human. The ghosts, they try their best, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be making very much good of it, just like humans in these lives. Now, how can one get kicked away from that? Poor ghosty? Well, if they're stuck to thinking that life is so an important thing that it can't go on and go through the whole process of death, it might be part of their trauma that's keeping them stuck. I have to just sort of release it and let it go, and they have a hell of a time doing that. Trauma, when someone dies, that'd have to be a bit surprising, wouldn't you think? Traumatic? Mm-hmm. Well, they say, whoever they might be, that it's the way of death, like a death that is calm and peaceful, a passing that is surrounded by loved ones and that kind of like, whatever your religious affiliation, some sort of murmurings that make some kind of sense and comfort. It allows the exit of the body in a nice, comfortable way, and on up you go. Now, most of the little things about that suggest that, well, you're going to be finding loved ones, or you're going to be finding whatever. Now, these angels, as you might call, or spirit helpers, they very well might just take up the form of a loved one to assist in you getting your way along. And it could be that it is actually a loved one. Why not? Performing various and sundry functions. And would these be considered ghosties? Doubtful. Angels? I think they're people that are in the mood, as it were. You have abilities to have ESP or see ghosties or sense things at a distance, feel when someone's going to be calling you, any of that kind of ESP stuff. You might sense or feel or see at different times, depending upon the energy around you, maybe, mood that you're in, how healthy you are at the moment. Just about anybody can see a ghostie at any time. Just circumstances have to be right, if you will. But then misunderstanding them is something that's fairly profound. It's all around. Get spooked, the hairs on the back of your neck go flipping up. Oh boy. But it still remains a critical mistake that people make, that the ghosts have clear knowledge of what's going on in this world. They don't. It's just as hard for them to see here as it is for us to see there. So some little kid ghostie, let's say, hopping and skipping along, possibly trying to have fun like it always did, wouldn't even know that until it maybe stopped and was looking at a Christmas tree. And the Christmas tree is set up in exactly the same place as the Christmas tree in its real life. And that might give it a heck of a jolt. Might start crying, might laugh and giggle, go down and you start to try to open gifts that he can't really pick up, and it would all throw it all way off again. And the worlds could sort of intermingle, and they might see some of the new things that are in this world that wasn't in his world when it lived. So, don't be too angry at a ghostie if it does happen to appear. It could be just a recording just going back and forth over time. Or if it is an actual spirit that's trapped, it might be just as surprised as you. And that is that. So until next time these eyes open, hang a smile